What's up YouTube, it's Twin Music here, and welcome to the first part of my video series where I'm going to be making a beat store from scratch. So I'm going to show you guys everything from me making the beat, making the website to sell the beats on, and then also marketing to different artists like rappers and singers. So first things first, we got to get in the DAW and we got to make a beat. But before that, I want to know what you guys think this video series should be called, so comment down below and let's see what we can come up with. Hey guys, so we're in the DAW now, and originally I was going to show you guys the beat making process of me making like a bunch of bad ideas to me making something that's actually a finished product, but that video got corrupted, so I'm just going to have to show you guys how I made the beat. So I ended up starting with this flute sample. Now originally this sounded like this, but I ended up adding a lot of reverb to it, and I EQ'd out some of the highs and some of the lows, and I bit crushed it in some parts of the song. And then after that, I thought that the sample on its own just sounded kind of thin. So what I ended up doing is adding two different layers, one with the octave lower and then another with the octave higher. Oh, why are they playing at the same time? And then so after that, I thought that, this over and over again kind of got repetitive. So I ended up adding another instrument loop from Splice, which is a Rhodes in the same key, which is F minor. And so it sounds like this. And so I thought it would be good contrast because the flute is like, it's a lead sound, and then the Rhodes is like a chord type sound. It's like sustained. So it like ends up transitioning like this. And then I added different parts where it's together. And then so I thought that was good for the main melodies, and then I thought after that it needed some drums, so I found a breakbeat loop off of Splice. And with this, I didn't really do anything at all to it. I just stretched it to the right tempo, and I thought it sounded really good, so I didn't even touch it. But I did add a bit more to it with like some other drum samples, because I thought it was a bit repetitive after a while. So what I did was got a drum fill from Cashmere's third pack, I think. And I thought it really fit the drum sounds that I'm trying to go for. And then I also took a crash sample for like transition like type purposes. And then I added some drums from a Contact library, which is Abbey Road's vintage drums. And so those two parts are like this. And so they're both just like little transition, like turnaround things at the end of the 4 bars. So it's like, and so it's just like some variation to the drums so they don't get so boring. And then the next thing I added were these this bass sample. And I found this sample, it had like a flute on top of it. It was like a bass and a flute playing together. Interesting combination, but I cut out the flute. Originally it sounded like this, and then so cut out the flute sample and then brought up the lows a little bit, and then I also crushed it so it just sounds grittier. And so after that the bass sounds like this. And then that pretty much just repeats over and over again. And then so in context, the beat sounds like this now. So we're getting there, but I thought it needed something a little bit more. So I was hearing this guitar like strumming in my head when I was making the beat. So I picked up my guitar, I ended up recording it, and I recorded this one strummed chord. And so I added that kind of at the beginning of every 4 bars as like a transition effect. And then I also have it as a reverse part for transitioning into different sections of the song. So it sounds like this in context. Oh, I feel like okay, I forgot to turn the flute effects back on. So it sounds like this in context. So, I mean, you want to keep things simple when you're having a beat to sell to rappers. So, I thought that was it for the beat pretty much. I just wanted to add one more thing, which was this like foley of people talking on street corners, so it makes it sound like you're actually in New York. Sounds like this. So I just put that real low in the mix, and in context, like it's just something you can barely hear, something to just like add a little bit more to the beat. So that's pretty much it for the video. If you guys want to hear the beat, I'll post the link below. And if you liked it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and there'll be more videos soon.